I'm asking, I asked a yes or no question. Madam Secretary, I asked a yes or no question. I want a yes or no answer. If you don't want to do that, I'll simply go on.
You're asking me to
do you stand by the statement of the Secretary of State that 0 people have died in the world as a result of the gutting of USAID? Do you stand by it or not? Yes or no?
Thank you, Congressman, for your question. I stand by what Secretary Rubio says.
Thank you.
And I'm happy to
thank you, because I've got more questions.
expound if you give me an
I
opportunity.
would point out that those people will die chiefly as a result of malaria, AIDS, and tuberculosis. That disease will infect millions of people in poor countries. It will then replicate, mutate, and migrate back here in stronger form. And I know, so I want to ask the question, the State Department has no system to measure how many Americans will die when this more virulent disease comes here, because the richest man in the world took medicine away from the poorest. But we've got U.S. taxpayer dollars buying 500 metric tons of emergency food that was destroyed by the State Department. That's measurable. And 80,000 doses of Mpox vaccine that were pledged to African nations are about to be destroyed. Are you focused on how we're going to literally burn taxpayer dollars by burning vaccine that is in the State Department warehouses?
I'm focused on all these things.
Thank you. Well, I hope you will give us a measurable result and tell us what the cost is of the loss, the burning already of the 500 metric tons of emergency food and the 800,000 dosages of Mpox vaccine. Please respond for the record how many taxpayer dollars were burned. Finally, Carrie Lake testified before us that we couldn't trust the viewership and listenership numbers from Voice of America. Can we trust those numbers? They are measurable. Do you trust the numbers as to what the listenership was?
I'm not sure that's relevant to the P family issues, but I'm happy to take
public
that question.
Diplomacy is very much part, and you can't do public diplomacy without broadcasting. Of course, we're going to try, having gutted Voice of America and its sister stations. I'll point out that those were also Trump administration numbers that Carrie Lake said we couldn't trust. So it's glad to know who she trusts. I yield back.
Would you agree that Mandarin language skills are a valuable tool for U.S. diplomats working on China and strategic competition issues? It's not a hard question, Madam Undersecretary.
No, I'm still wondering if we're going to be able to respond to some of the other
It's my time, so you are welcome to send me a written response, but I'm asking you about Mandarin language skills. Do you think they're valuable?
We have Mandarin language skills at the Department of State, yes.
So you think they're valuable?
Yes.
And the department just fired over 1,300 staff to meet an arbitrary firing target. Do you know what % of the department's total Mandarin language capacity was lost in that RIF?
Congresswoman, the reorganization was not arbitrary, nor was it haphazard.
Do you know how many of the department's total Mandarin language capacity was lost in the RIF?
I'm unaware of that.
So you don't know even how we're staffing our relationship with China, and you're the Undersecretary of State for Political Affairs. Can you at least tell me if language skills, in this case Mandarin, weigh into the department's evaluation of individual staff that were RIF'd?
Thank you, and thank you, Congresswoman, for that question. The Office of China Affairs falls under my purview.
And you don't know how many, do you know how many people we have that speak Mandarin now?
I'm responsible for the diplomacy that is conducted out of the Office of China.
And you think diplomacy can be done without people that speak the skills?
And also the embassy. And I have confidence in our training programs at the Department of State.
Sounds like you're not really aware of what skills we have to actually build that relationship.
Time has expired.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I yield back.
Representative Shreve is recognized.